Public Eye News, there's breaking news. Northern Michigan University's president, Fritz Erickson, has now been terminated.
Later, Beck will have the weather for you for this weekend, and Andrew will have sports update. Hello, I'm Abigail Fakes.
And I'm Mitchell Reif, and this is Public Eye News. Breaking news this afternoon. In a hastily called special meeting, the Northern Michigan University Board of Trustees voted this afternoon to terminate the contract of NMU President Fritz Erickson. The vote was unanimous, and there was little discussion about it. President Fritz Erickson was present at the Zoom meeting but didn't comment. While one board member cited Erickson's successes and weaknesses as president, it's still not clear as to the exact reasoning for his termination. Dr. Erickson served as NMU president for 7 years. The board will schedule another special meeting to appoint another interim university president. They also will assist Erickson in an orderly departure from his office. And earlier today in Benton Harbor, Michigan, elevated levels of lead caused the state to send out bottles of water and filters. The officials of Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy will also be going door to door to ensure proper installation. Distribution of these filters is currently on schedule to finish up October 8th. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has called for spending millions of dollars to replace nearly all of their service lines suspecting of having traces of lead. One more on recent news, the Department of Natural Resources postponed their reopening. They will be continuing their current schedule 3 days per week to be open to the public. This schedule has been in place since July 20th. However, with new conditions of the coronavirus, the reopening will be held until at least October 31st. For any more information regarding licenses or fishing, hunting, or other permits, you can reach out to them at dnr-public-info@michigan.gov.
Today, Governor Whitmer signed a Senate bill about maintaining the legal amount of blood alcohol content to 0.08%, which accelerate the effectiveness of changes made by the House bills, keeping Michigan drivers safe, while also having saving the state millions of dollars. The people were pushing to have the BAC lowered. These bills amend the Michigan Vehicle Code and the Code of Criminal Procedure to uphold the state's legal BAC limit. Devices using 3G January 2022 will not be able to dial 911, according to TV6 News, meaning older devices like Tranphones, Jitterbugs, earlier model smartphones, and other older devices will not be able to make emergency calls. Verizon will end its 3G networks in December of 2022, stating that only 1% of Verizon customers still use devices with 3G. This is a reminder to check your own and loved ones' cell phones to see if this could affect them. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back with our national and international news.
Welcome, everyone. We are thrilled to have you.
I have to tell you something.
Are you ready for me?
Beautiful.
Show me what you got.
Nothing compares to this.
Wow. We need to be seen.
I see you.
We have to imagine the American landscape.
Show me what you got. Oh. Show me what you got. Show me what you got.
And welcome back. Today in Madison, Wisconsin, sales of existing homes are outperforming last year's record purchases. However, officials are predicting the lack of inventory has tapped down the market. The most recent report from Wisconsin Realtors Association shows 56,506 homes were sold between January through August. Marquette University economist David Clark states, quote, average days on the market is 65 days. That's down from 88 in August of 2020. So realtors are moving homes at a relatively brisk pace. In Redding, California, earlier today, a woman has been arrested and suspected of starting a wildfire in Northern California. After the blaze was started on Wednesday, Alexandra Sovanirva walked out of a bush and had been reported saying she was dehydrated and needed medical attention. During an interview with the fire department and law enforcement, they came to assume that Alexandra was responsible for the wildfire.
Women voices at the UN General Assembly were heard today, making gender priority a major point to saving the planet, according to AP News. These 13 women made up less than 10% of the speakers over the first 4 days. The 13 is an increase from last year when there were only 9. An ancient tablet was acquired by Hobby Lobby going back to Iraq, and the 30,500-year-old tablet was discovered in the ruins of the library of the ancient Mesopotamian king, according to AP News. This clay tablet of $1.7 million was found in 1853 as a part of a 12-tablet set in the rubble of the museum. It was legally imported to the U.S. in 2003 and sold to Hobby Lobby to be put on display in its Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C. Police investigating a mass shooting at the grocery store in Southwest Tennessee updated the number of people shot and wounded from 12 to 14. One person was killed when the gunman opened fire on workers, the customers yesterday. Jeanette Schimmelman reports from Cornville, Tennessee.
Pow, 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 pow. And I mean, everybody was rushing. And I'm trying to find the exit that I don't think he coming to.
People inside this Collierville Kroger scrambled Thursday after the sound of gunshots. Cell phone video appears to capture a shot and the chaos unfolding at the grocery store.
It's going to be an active shooter.
Police entered the Kroger about 4 minutes after the gunman opened fire.
We need a chest seal and I need a combat gloves.
First responders triaged the wounded as customers and employees filed out with hands raised in the air.
The number of shot is 15 now.
Family identified Olivia King as the one who died in the shooting. She leaves behind 3 adult sons. Police found the alleged shooter near the back of the store, dead from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
He was a third-party vendor for Kroger.
Employee Bridgenetta Dickerson said as soon as she heard shots, she led customers and co-workers to a hiding spot in the back.
And here he comes right behind us, starts shooting. And he kept on shooting.
An unimaginable explosion of violence for this affluent Memphis suburb.
You'll never think nothing like this right here happen in Collierville. You know what I'm saying? You'll look for it to happen in Memphis or somewhere in Chicago or something. You'll never look for it to happen like right here.
It was just a few months ago, the police chief says, that emergency crews here went through active shooter training, something he says allowed them to respond quickly and effectively. Janet Shamlian, CBS News, Collierville, Tennessee.
And tonight, Brian Laundrie is no longer being called a person of interest. While the search for him continues, Laundrie is not officially a suspect wanted by federal law enforcement for his alleged crimes he committed around the time of his fiance's death.
Tonight, the U.S. District Court of Wyoming has issued a federal arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie, wanted for activities following the death of fiancée Gabby Petito. The warrant alleges he used an unauthorized bank card around the time of Gabby's disappearance. Meanwhile, police in Moab, Utah are launching a formal investigation into how their department handled a 911 call involving a possible domestic dispute between Laundrie and Petito. Officers are seen in this body cam video responding to the incident on August 12th. Petito was treated as the aggressor and no one was charged with the crime. And tonight we're learning of one of the final sightings of the couple while together in Wyoming.
We not only saw, but saw like a blowout of a situation.
Nina Angelo says she was dining at Mary Piglet's restaurant in Jackson Hole on August 27th. When Laundrie started arguing with the hostess, Petito was visibly upset.
She was hysterically crying, and she walked out, and she was crying, and she was staying on the sidewalk.
The restaurant confirmed Laundrie and Petito dined there. The week-long manhunt to find Laundrie continued today with 75 personnel from 16 different agencies. Still, no sign of him in the 40-square-mile reserve. And Laundrie's family attorney says the arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie is related to activities occurring after the death of Gabby Petito and not related to her actual demise. Jerika Duncan, CBS News, Venice, Florida.
After this break, Beck will have your weather report and Andrew will have your sports update. Stay tuned.
One small step for man. Yeah, there's a place for us. Yeah, there's a place for us. Where only we can go. We as a people will get to the promised land. Sweep down the love, knock out the lies. We're gonna be just fine. There's a place for us. Yeah, there's a place for us. As long as we're together, we can go anywhere.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. Looks like a beautiful day on an NMU campus. Let's jump right into the weather. Sunny with a high of 72, winds west at 7 miles per hour, and a barometric pressure of 29.9 and rising. Later tonight, you're looking at cloudy conditions with a low of 48 degrees, winds 7 miles per hour out of the west. And tomorrow, we're looking at sunny conditions, a high of 54, and winds west at 12 miles per hour. Around the UP, starting at Sault Ste. Marie, we have 65 degrees and cloudy. In Manistee, it is 69, partly sunny. It's 70 degrees in Escanaba, cloudy. Looking at 72 degrees in Menominee and cloudy, 75 with spotted showers in Iron Mountain, 67 and cloudy at Ironwood, 68 degrees with thunderstorms up in Houghton, and 72 degrees in our lovely Marquette. Moving throughout our week, this Sunday, we have a high of 60 degrees, partly sunny, and a low of 49. This Monday, a high of 58 degrees, mostly cloudy with some spots of sun, a low of 48. And this Tuesday, a high of 66, sunshine, and a low of 51 degrees. Moving over to sports with our boy, Andrew Hoover.
Thank you, Beck. I'm Andrew Hoover with your daily sports recap. The Ryder Cup begins today, the biennial golf competition between the United States and Europe. This year's competition will take place at Whistling Straits, located in Sheboygan County, Wisconsin. The American team was defeated by Europe in 2018 at Albatross Course Les Golf in Guyancourt, France. This year's competition will run through Sunday. The Chicago White Sox clinched the American League Central Division title after a 7-2 win over Cleveland last night. This is the second straight playoff appearance for the White Sox, who made playoffs as a wild card last year. However, they were knocked out in the first round by Oakland Athletic. This is Chicago's 6th overall division championship, however, their first since 2008. Looking ahead at the weekend for the Wildcats, Northern Michigan will be competing at the Roy Griot Cross Country Invite today, and women's volleyball will hit the road, starting with Northwood away tonight at 7 and Lake Superior State tomorrow at 2. Women's golf will be at the Gilda's Club Laker Fall Invitational in Allendale. Men's soccer will host both Purdue and Davenport, while women's will face Saginaw and Davenport away. Finally, men's football will take on Northwood away at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
She is still doing it. At the age of 101, Virginia Oliver is trapping lobsters with her 78-year-old son Max off of Brooklyn, Maine. According to AP News, Virginia started trapping and now is using the boat of once belonged to her late husband that bears the name Virginia. A bull escaped from the farm of on Long Island and had searchers searching for 2 months and was captured late Wednesday, according to AP News. The 1,500-pound animal named Barney was corralled by staff from Skylands Animal Sanctuary and Rescue.
Oh, that's a bull escaping from a farm in Long Island.
I know, right? In 2 months looking for him?
Where was he hiding in Long Island?
I don't know, especially big area.
Yeah.
Populated
a lot of places to hide, I suppose. And 101 years old and still trapping lobster.
I know.
Impressive.
I was shocked when I read it.
I really hope I'm still trapping lobsters at the age of 101.
And she's doing it with her son.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, everyone, that is all the time we have for today. I am Andrew Hoover.
And I'm Abigail Fakes.
Thank you for watching, and tune in on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.